Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Give y'all a second to get in here before I get started and talk about this new moon that is happening in Taurus, okay? We are officially in Taurus season, and so, now's the time to really do it. So, let me go ahead and pull up my notes. Pull up my notes. Yeah, it feels so good to be live again on YouTube because it feels good. I've been really on TikTok. Like, that's been my platform that people are really showing up over there and supporting me a lot over there. So I've been trying to show love to TikTok, but I still show up over here. I still been showing up over here. Hopefully you guys are paying attention to that. I still upload my shorts and provide my value that I can over here. But I've really lately been pouring into TikTok, and I've been pouring into my Patreon membership community over there, my Sacred Muses community, so that, yeah. And I also have a workshop this new moon that I'm going to be doing in my Sacred Muses membership this Sunday. So I'm very excited about that. I have all details in my description box, so you guys can just pop in there and check that out. But okay, let's get into it. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are officially in Taurus season, which I am so excited to be in Taurus season because I am a Taurus moon. And Taurus, my Venus is also in Taurus, which is the ruling planet of Taurus. And Taurus also rules, now that I think about it, I have a lot of placements in Taurus, actually. My South Node is in Taurus. My Black Moon is in Taurus. And Taurus also rules my 10th house, which is your 10th house is the house of public success and your house of your career. So I'm very much so, very excited about this Taurus season because I'm just ready to put in the work and finish what we started in Aries season, okay? So speaking of finish what we started, so now that we're finally in Taurus season, thank God, because even though I am an Aries sun, I don't know what that energy was. I don't know what that energy was that was in, hey, everybody that's coming in, I don't know what that energy was that Aries season was. I know we had a lot of planets like retrograding and we had like the eclipse and stuff going on, but the energy of Aries was like, okay, let's hurry up and get your ass on out of here, all right? And I'm saying that as an Aries, like it just felt like nothing was moving. I don't know. You could tell that the planets were moving back and forth, stuck in motion, because nothing felt like nothing felt like it was moving forward. Okay. Hey y'all, hey to everybody that's coming in. I am doing well. How are you? Go ahead and put your placements in the chat if you guys know them. Let me know what house Taurus rules for you. If you do not know, go ahead and tell me your rising sign, and I'll let you know what house Taurus rules for you. But yeah, so I say all that to say I'm very excited for it to be a Taurus season, and so let's talk about this new moon in Taurus. Now we know the new moon, when we have a new moon, it is always going to be in the same sign that the sun is in, right? So new moon, that controls like our emotions and just how we feel and things of that sort. So when we have a new moon, that is just adding like extra juice and extra energy to the sun being in Taurus. Okay, and wherever the sun is, that's the focus. So right now we're focused on Taurus season, and so we're being focused on to like feeling back into our bodies and really being clear on what it is that we want out of life, right? Because Taurus rules money. Hello. Taurus rules our resources. Taurus rules our throat chakra. Taurus rules all about security and stability and just being grounded in who we are. Okay. And so that's the emphasis that we have right now. So with this new moon, you really want to set your intentions on what it is you are calling forth into your life, right? So, like I said, I'm hosting a money magnet manifestation workshop where I'm going to teach the girls on how we're going to manifest for this new moon that's happening on Sunday, right? And so I'm very excited about that. We're going to have our manifesting rituals and just different things of how to really manifest the life we want, okay? So that, like I said, you can find all the details for that in my description box, okay? But because it's only going to be available for my Patreon membership, the Sacred Muses, the girls that's in there, we are going to be tapped in, okay? So this new moon is those of us that's really going to be feeling this new moon, like really hitting us and really making us be like, really look at what it is that we need to work on, what it is that we are calling forth, okay? So it's going to be for the fixed signs because this new moon is going to be in the early degrees of Taurus at 7 degrees. So wherever you have early degrees in your fixed signs, you're going to be one of those people that's going to be really impacted by this new moon, okay? So fixed signs are going to be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So you have any of those placements, this new moon is really going to have you really wanting to be grounded, right? Like, so meditation and really getting clear on where it is that you are calling for, right? So like I said, for me, for example, Taurus for me rules, I'm a Taurus moon, and Taurus for me rules my 10th house, which is house of career, house of public success, right? So I'm really getting clear on what it is that I want to call forth in my life and like my career and business opportunities and things of that sort. And also just getting clear on resources and new ways to make income and things like that. Okay. So this new moon, so Taurus season, now that we're in Taurus season, the message is really about finishing what we started in Aries season. Okay, because Aries season, we had the energy to initiate, right? So you might have found yourself starting a whole bunch of projects or finally going to book that new workout class or going to just really get back to living, right? It's like Aries, we have the energy of starting shit. We're going to start it. Okay, let's go. We're on the go. I have all the energy. I have all the ideas. And Taurus season now is asking us to slow down and focus on what we started in Aries season. Okay, because sometimes, Taurus is all about enjoying the simple pleasures of life, right? We want good food, good company, good company, and just having a good time, right? We want to relax. We want to maybe go get us a spa treatment. We may want to go get our nails done. We may even be like, some of us may be changing our hair. It's ruled by Venus. Venus is all about love, beauty, money, all that. And so we can find ourselves just really wanting to slow down. And so you got to find that balance between, let's not just run and start a whole new project. Let's slow down and let's reassess what we started in Aries season and just kind of making sure that all of our ducks are in the row, right? And we're not just starting a whole bunch of shit and not finishing it, okay? So this is really calling for us to, like I said, those new beginnings that you started to really get grounded. And a lot of times you can't get that clarity from those things that you started if you're always on the go, right? And so Taurus wants us to ground ourselves. This is why I say meditation is a really great grounding practice, or just taking 10 to 15 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and doing breathing exercises and things of that sort that can help you just ground yourself, okay? Because that's what Taurus is about. Taurus is about us reconnecting with our bodies, right? Like, we want to embody what it means to attract the life we want. We want to, and we maybe get a new wardrobe. We may want to get grounded in Mother Nature. You may find yourself going outside and take your socks and your shoes off and just go outside and ground yourself in Mother Nature. Go ahead, walk in the grass and just let the ground, the earth recharge you. That's what this season is about, which is why it's all about slowing down. We don't want to be on the go to the point where we're missing details, okay? So that's what this is really giving us here. Okay, and over the last week, the last end of Aries season, we had Mars go into Leo. Now, Mars rules our desires. Mars rules our aggression. Mars rules our ambition, our drive to get the shit done, okay? It has finally moved out of Cancer. Now, Mars does not like being in Cancer. Fire and water, no, it does not like being there. And so you may have found yourself wanting to be bold and take action and really act on those ideas, but you probably just didn't have the bandwidth or the ambition, the drive at that time to do it. Now with Mars in Leo, you're probably going to get that spark back. I actually made a video on this. You're probably going to feel like you have that spark back that's really going to prompt you to taking that action, right? Because Leo's all about being creative. We know Leo's all about being bold and being expressive. And so now with Mars in Leo, you may feel like now you're getting a spark back to what it is that you really want to do for yourself, okay? So yeah, it's just really asking us to be in alignment and to do the things that we want to do. And also, we got to talk about the shadow side of Taurus. The shadow side of Taurus, you may not, they may be very stubborn, right? They're a fixed sign, so they don't really like change, right? And so being grounded is what going to allow you to do the things that you said you were going to do. This is why sometimes Taurus can become looked at as like lazy, because they're a stubborn sign and they don't like change, right? So now when we have this, we have Mars in Leo and we have this activation of Mars and Pluto in alignment. This is actually adding more intensity to you taking action and to you doing what it is that you said you were going to do, right? This is what this is adding to it. And it's asking you, are you in the way of change really happening? You know, some people is like, oh, I want this community. I want to build this. I want to be able to quit my job. I want to be able to make my own hours. But at the same time, you're too scared to show up for those people that you are to attract. You get what I'm saying? That is what that is. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm going to pull some cards right after this. Right now, I'm just covering the new moon in Taurus. But yes, I am going to pull some cards. So, it will be a collective general reading. And so, you may be feeling as if you want to do all of these things that, oh, I have these dreams. And at the end of the day, you have to understand no one is going to come save you. No one is going to come and do the work for you. Because if you're paying attention, everybody's trying to figure this shit out. Everybody's trying to figure this shit out. So once you understand in your mind that no one is coming to save me, not Jesus, not whoever the hell, not the rich baby daddy, not the damn sugar daddy. What else do people be saying on damn Twitter? People just be saying a whole bunch of shit. And I just be looking like, who the fuck is coming to save you? No one's coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. Especially if you black, we all really grew up from poverty. We all really came from the hood. So like I said, no one is coming to save you. You understand what I'm saying? Once you understand that and you make that decision within yourself that I am going to be the one to make shit happen for me. No one's coming to save me. Not my mama, my daddy, my brother, my man, Nobody's coming to save me. I have to make the decision for myself, because you have to remember, we were all born with a purpose. We was all born with an assignment. You understand what I'm saying? It's just over time, you have forgotten that assignment. Somewhere along the way, you have forgotten that assignment. And so now's the time we're being asked to say, remember that assignment. And if you're the one that's if you're the one that is in the way of your own shit, you need to do the inner work and the shadow work to remove that shit. Get over what you need to get over so that you can be and attract your community that you are meant to help. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is when I talk about human design. Start there. Pull up, go figure out what your human design type is. Go ahead and research on it, because that's going to help you. Learn your astrology placements, because that's going to help you as well of understanding you. Because you can't come and help somebody else understand themselves until you understand you and how you operate. Because then you'll realize that the shit you've been through, that experience is what's going to validate who you say that you are. Period. But first you have to embrace that and understand that, baby, we got shit to do. Okay? So that's what Taurus season is asking us right now, to slow down and to be committed to doing the damn work. And if there's shadow work that you need to do, let's go ahead and knock this shit out. Okay? All right, so I'm going to pull some cards, pull some tarot deck cards really quick. Boom, boom, boom. I hope you guys are feeling very lucky and fruitful and wealthy during this Taurus season, because this new moon that is upon us come this Sunday, it's really going to amplify. It's going to amplify the powers, all that Taurus represent. This is the time to plant the seeds for the life that you want. Okay? All right, what do we need to know? What's the message? Ooh. Okay. All right. So we have the Two of Cups in reverse here. So some of you are feeling like you are alone and you have to do it alone, right? Some of you are feeling like, I have to do it alone because no one understands and no one is getting that. And what you don't understand about when you have that mindset of, I need to do it alone, you start to isolate yourself and you start to create these thoughts that no one believes in me. You know, you just start telling yourself some like bullshit. And so then you start to really not see those people that do understand you. And you start to really not see that, hey, this shit really is not as bad as I may think it is. You understand what I'm saying? So we also have the Five of Pentacles here. And again, this is about not looking at all the options that may be around you, right? So some of you we're in Taurus season, and some of you are like thinking from a place of lack, right? Maybe you're paying attention to the news and they're saying they're going to garnish this. They're saying they're going to stop doing this. And some of you, it's fucking with some of y'all energy, and y'all are feeling like, how am I going to do all this, right? How, if this gets taken from me, if this gets stripped from me, how am I going to survive? How am I going to bring the life that I want? And so I need you guys to understand that. Start thinking about who you are without all that shit. Start thinking about who you are if all that shit was taken. And that's what they can't take. This is why I be saying rich in spirit. You can't just be rich in these material shit, because if somebody could take that from you and you're like, oh my God, you're ready to melt, you got to think about it like, who the fuck am I without this material shit? Who am I? You understand what I'm saying? That's what you got to understand, right? That's what you got to understand. That's what you need to be looking at as, who the fuck am I if they take this shit from me? Are you still that bitch when they take it from you? You gotta be, because you gotta be on rich in spirit. You understand what I'm saying? And some of you are kind of like counting yourself out, and that's kind of what's stopping you from even taking action, right? We have a new moon in Taurus, and some of you are like, I'm not even gonna manifest. I'm not even gonna set my intentions because I don't think I can attract that. And that's something I'm gonna talk about too in my workshop on Sunday for my Patreon people. Where I'm gonna talk about that of your beliefs, your self-worth, right? Operating from a place of lack, you ain't gonna never have shit if you always thinking, oh, I can't do that. It's like, baby, you can't make me believe in you if you don't believe in you. You understand what I'm saying? If you can't believe in your own damn power, at least for your life. I'm not even talking about believing some shit for somebody, for you to do for somebody else. I'm talking about believing in your power for yourself. All right, so we also have the Chariot. So it's like we have some decisions to make. Like you have choices here. You have choices here. You can either sit and hold on, y'all, something about that. You can either sit and dwell and feel sorry for yourself and be like, oh my God, I never had this, or people aren't coming to help me with these things. Or baby, you could get up and say, okay, how can I start doing the work? You are going to have to figure out how to make this shit happen. You're going to have to figure out how to make this shit happen even when the world is on fire. You got to keep moving. There's no time for waiting. Throw your ass in that algorithm and get in that motion. We're done with the times of sitting on the sidelines waiting for somebody to tag us in, waiting for somebody to give us that moment, waiting for somebody to give us that opportunity. We're done with that. We're in magical times now. Shit is changing. Shit is changing. And so when change comes, that should let you know that a new beginning is on the way. Right? A new beginning is on the way. And because when there's a new beginning on the way, that gives you an opportunity to figure it the fuck out. And that's the fun part, trying to figure it the fuck out. You understand what I'm saying? You ever wanted to accomplish something, you accomplished it, and you're like, okay, this is cool. But damn, it was the journey to get here that I really learned all the wisdom from. That's what this is going to be. Okay? And that's what we need to figure out. Because no one is doing the work for us. Okay? So Page of Cups. This is more so about focusing on the things that bring you joy. Because that's what's going to attract you with the abundance that you need to attract the life you want. I don't care. Get creative, right? Get creative and do something that inspires you. Do something that lights you up. Do something that makes you feel good. Because being in that energy of excitement, that's life force energy. That is literally adding more life onto your life. Literally. So allow yourself to get back to that childlike joy, to where you're kind of like, allow yourself to dream. Don't be so caught up in your head and you're kind of like, damn, can I really make this happen? Can I really do these things? Can I really? Yes, you can. Allow yourself to dream like that child. Okay? Allow yourself to dream. Okay, I'm also going to pull some cards from the Angel Number Oracle deck. What is the message that we have for Taurus season? Let's see what we can get here. Authenticity. Being who you are. Relying on your intuition and understanding that you have the power to be who it is that in order to really do and to attract the life that you want, you're going to have to be authentic. You're going to have to show up as you. You get what I'm saying? You're going to have to show up as you. This isn't something that somebody can necessarily say, oh, do this like me. You have to figure out who you are and what are your gifts. What is some unique way that you do things, right? Then we have availability. Change is here. Like I was talking about earlier, change is here, and the change is going to happen regardless. Regardless if you are ready for it or not, it's going to happen. Regardless if you are prepared for it or not, it's going to happen. And it's all about allowing yourself to flow instead of resisting. Because old things are ending, old chapters are closing so that new ones can begin, right? And perseverance. Very much so Taurus season. Allow yourself to think from a different perspective. Allow this, something like this reading, allow this reading to give you a different perspective on life. Allow this reading to put that fire under your ass. I ain't got no nice way to say it. Right? Allow this to let you understand that you can do and be anything that you feel that you are called to be. It's up to you. You can start with this new moon in Taurus. This new moon in Taurus is a perfect time to really plant your seeds on the type of life that you want to attract. Every new moon has different things represents different things. But every new moon, one thing is for sure, that's where you plant the seeds. Okay? That's where you plant the seeds. Okay? That's where you plant the seeds, and that's where you are going to attract the life you want. People that you see are living the life that they're, showing, and that they're just so like, oh my God, I love my life, whatever the case may be. Understand that they are doing the work. They put themselves out there, and they say, you know what? If not me, then who? You kind of got to have that attitude. Like, if not me, then who? Who else is going to do the work for me? There isn't no one to do the work for you because everybody has their own work to do. Everybody has their own shit to figure out. Everyone has their own gift to figure out. You want to start that hair company? Start it. Who gives a damn? It's 50 million other people doing it. Can't nobody do it the way you do it. It's really that simple. I'm never worried about what somebody else is doing. Oh, they are already doing that, so now I can't. What are we talking about? What do you mean? I'm going to do it my way. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to do that my way. It's 100 teachers, and everybody do not teach the same. Period. No one. It's really about like you just really got to be in this space of like not giving a fuck no more. Like I'm putting myself out there because one thing for sure about me, I'd be damn if I'd be 80 years old and be like, damn, I wish I would have did that back in my 30s. I wish I would have tried that. I sure wish I won't be her. I won't be her. You know what I'm saying? I won't be her. No. I'm gonna be 80 somewhere still looking good as hell and gonna be like, I ain't gonna have to say, you're gonna be able to see it. You're gonna be able to see like, yeah, Tori did what she said she was gonna do. Period. Because that's what it's always about. My brother always tell me like, damn, you always get what you want. Like everything just, whatever you talking about doing, you end up doing it and it works out. Because I do the work. I'm not sitting there waiting for somebody else to do the work for me. I'm going to go figure it out. And me doing that, the universe rewards me for that. The universe needs me to be who it is that I am called to be. The universe needs me to do that. The creator needs me to do that. When I accepted that assignment to be born, okay, here's your assignment, go do it. They need me to act on these things that I'm doing. I don't have time to worry about what Fred say, what this person got to say, what this person think. Who cares? None of y'all are putting money in my pocket. None of y'all are paying my bills. So why do I care what you talking about? You ain't even jumped off the porch yet. I'm not worried about you. That's how you got to move when it comes to about the things that you were called to do. I don't care who it doesn't make sense to. My man, my baby, my mama, my brothers, whoever. It don't have to make sense to none of them. As long as it makes sense to me, because I know I am following what I was called to do. That's how you got to get serious about your stuff. And stop caring about what everybody else thinks. It's that simple. It can really be that simple. And I teach this more in my Patreon, my membership. I teach about this, like these beliefs, okay? So I'm going to get out of here. But I just want to hop on here and talk about the new moon. My child's trying to break into this room. And so, oh, my baby crying. So I'm going to get out of here. But I have my workshop that I'm doing on Sunday in my Patreon. So go subscribe to my Patreon. I do my workshops there. I do readings there for them right now I'm only doing once a week, but I'm going to try to up it for my girls when y'all really get to be in there and subscribing. What's another thing I want to talk about? Oh, if you have any questions about your chart, your astrology chart, your human design chart, you can tap into my Patreon, because that's where, if you guys don't want to like book a call or whatever the case may be, that's where I answer all your questions. When you are subscribed, that's where I answer all your questions in that in my Patreon subscription. Okay, you could be like, what does it mean that I'm a Leo rising? That's where I'm going to that's where I will answer all that. So go ahead and check out my links. That's in my description. I will see you guys next time. And if you are in my membership on Patreon, I will see you this Sunday, girl. Okay, bye bye.